What up?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Fuck it.
All right.
Blooper for bleeper though.
Okay.
What up? What up? It's Chief Kaseek Ortiz.
Tyrant333. And this is Figure It the Fuck Out.
Yes, sir.
And we're figuring it the fuck out.
Right here, right
We're
now.
bringing it to you every day. And every week. We love all the love, the support we've been getting. And that's what we're going to talk about today is community engagement, brand development, building your brand with your community and your family, and just support in general from the local community, whatever city you may live in. You know, and that could be a very interesting topic for a lot of different people for various reasons. And I'll break it right off by saying, you know, it's good to have support and love from your family on your journey, when you're building your business, when you're working on your craft and your brand. But you also are constantly battling against the image that they held in you in their head of your previous and past self. That's what they think of you as. Whether you were the dude who was the scammer, the slouch, the dude who always had excuses, the liar, whatever that was, they're going to remember you for that. They're not going to remember you, and it's usually going to be the negative stuff. That's why I bring it up. Because you could have done a lot of positive stuff too, but that's the little things that they're going to remember. Maybe something you might have done wrong. They can't get over that when they see you progressing and becoming this new evolution of yourself. So that's that's probably the biggest hurdle right there, is changing the image and how people view you in your immediate circle and your family.
Yeah, it's almost like a first impression that got stuck on you with no grace. And I mean like a grace period of, hey, I was only 12 when I did that. I was only 15 when I did that.
Yeah.
There's no grace period of it. It's just like, oh, that's who you are.
It all counts.
Right. You got the book thrown at you by judge family.
And that's something that could be tough to break for people. But as you work and as you develop, that'll start to shift. And usually I'll tell you when that starts to shift. That'll shift when the outside people start to look at you differently, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, when
outside people of the community that we're in, or outside people, like out-of-state people?
Both. So the outside people who may not been in your inner circle, your family, didn't come up with you, live with you, you know,
right,
and didn't have that exposure from you from whenever you were in that version of yourself.
Okay.
And then there's the people outside of you, like outside the state, outside the city, who see you doing what you do. And that's impressive to somebody somewhere.
Yeah. Whether
it's your first time being on camera, whether it's your first time spitting a bar, whether it's you're putting together beats, whether it's you're going up on stage and talking in front of people, somebody, the level you're at, you always got to remember, the level you're at is better than someone else's level, possibly. And when you think of it like that, you're always aspiring to be one of the top people, the top person you see in that field doing something. At the same time, it takes steps and levels to get there. So the level you're at, someone might be tiers below that level looking at you and they're impressed. So always remember that too.
Hopefully they're looking at you and impressed, because there's always those people out there that see you at that tier level and think because you're sharing it that you're flexing on them, when in actuality, you're really just proud to be where you're at. Because when you were lower tier, you were kind of like thinking in your head, I ain't never going to get to this little tier over here. And then you finally make it and you're like, oh shit, let me share this with the world. And now you got goofies thinking like, hey, that success can't be happening.
Yeah, and they can definitely think that, but that's going to be the most uncomfortable phase, is when you first start taking the steps.
Right.
They're like, what is this dude doing? Oh, he thinks he's going to start rapping now?
They think they're going to start doing a podcast now?
Yeah. They think they're going to open a studio on Main Street?
Yeah.
Like, what? They think they're going to be big shit? They think everyone in the city and the state going on?
Right. Oh, they think they're bigger than what they actually are?
Yeah. When people start to see that, then they're starting to send you to the group chats. They shake your hand in public, but they go and talk shit to their crew behind your back. You know, they're watching everything you do, but at the same time hating on everything you do.
Right. But they'll take all the gems that you drop, apply it to their own situation, but never give you credit for it.
Yeah. And they'll move in that type of way. And then there's the other version of people who, you know, family, close people, your homies, they'll tell you they'll love what you do because they love you.
Yeah.
You know, they'll tell you they love what you do because they love you, but they might not really be fully down what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they just got a lot of people, they get caught up in life too.
Yeah.
I'll give that to some people there.
And honestly, it's not really their job though. You know, when you bring it up like that, it's actually not their job to be the one that goes to bat for you in that sense of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Because yes, they're going to love you for being the snotty-nosed kid that they used to wipe their ass or whatever the case may be, or nephew that was a knucklehead at one point, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, those aren't the ones that we have to really impress. They're already impressed that we're doing something naturally. So that's why they love you regardless. But they might not like all the posts. They might not like share it or anything because they're not really hip to it, because at the end of the day, the way we are in our own families is that we are the ones that stepped outside the box. Everybody conformed to a regular 9-to-5, or they conformed to some type of certain way of living, ideology of thinking, oh, you need to finish school and go to college. And then you got somebody like me who's like, fuck school and no college, and I'm gonna sell drugs. And after this, I'm gonna start rapping. And then I took a different road, and a lot of us have.
There's some people who never get a chance to jump off the porch, and they stick in that conformity level.
Yeah.
They've never taken a risk. And then those are some of the people you see in midlife crises, like, dang, I never did none of the stuff I wanted to do, none of the stuff I wanted to accomplish. Yeah. I never, you know, veered off the beaten path and kind of just saw what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the people who did that every time, and they had some hard lessons too.
Yeah.
But going back to what you're saying, you know, there's a lot of people who played it safe. And being an entrepreneur is anything but playing it safe.
Yeah.
And it's not always calculated either.
You're not playing it safe, and you're always just getting by like a scrape.
Being an artist.
Yeah.
What, you're an artist? Most artists are broke before they start touching millions.
Yeah.
And there's really no in between. It's either they're really struggling to get there, and then when they get there, they're way out of here.
Yeah.
But that in between level, it's a real thin middle class in artistry.
Right.
Whether it's a musician, you know, or just a straight up artist.
Yeah.
People painting on napkins and on subways and stuff like that, doing graffiti until someone takes a liking to their art that blows.
Right.
It's
all crazy until it actually works. It all looks stupid until it actually blows up, and now everybody likes it.
It all looks delusional until it doesn't, until it looks genius.
Yep.
That's the beautiful thing about it.
Even me, bro, like when I think about, you know, when I started this, and I already said like a little small story about, you know, taking a Radio Shack mic, putting it inside of a shoebox, putting 2 large speakers and recording onto Audacity. That was like me trying to figure out how to become an artist and recording mixing engineer, that's, you know, from the outside looking in, that's like terrible moves. But me taking those first steps is what led me to be where it is I'm at today. And the fact that I was like maybe 15, 16 when I finally got enough money. I used to take whatever money from, you know, lunch. I wouldn't even eat lunch at school. I would just keep money and save up. And then I bought like a little home studio. And I remember people used to, well, not to me, because nobody would ever say some shit to my face, but I would hear the little chitter chatters around the way. People would be like, it was almost like I was getting made fun of for having a home studio. And it's like, I was rapping before it was cool for the area to be rapping. So like, it was almost like I was like, to other people fucked with me, but then the other people, trolls and shit like that, they were clowning it. Like, oh, he thinks he's going to be a rapper, or blah, blah. Like, I was like a butt end of a joke. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody wanted to start rapping. Everybody thought it was cool to have an in-home studio.
Yep.
And it's like, what?
That's the wave now.
Yeah.
The evolution of it. It must be crazy for you to see how that evolved.
Yeah.
You know, and now there's a million rappers. You know, everyone's
rapping. Their mom, the grandmother, everybody's just going.
Shout out to Nana.
Yeah, word. Facts. Just keep that thing on the hip.
Yeah, and we're going to touch on that too for all you, you know, you people wondering about that information. I got something to say, to speak on that too.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's crazy. You were one of those artists who rapping before was cool to be a rapper. Now you see everyone trying to be a rapper, and you're still going against the curve doing things that, and having foresight on things that people don't see.
Yeah.
And you just need to stick to your guns now, and you're going to see all of the success and the future of your labor.
The same goes into having a home studio, being like not the first one to have it, but basically be one of the first ones around to have one. And then for it to be kind of made, shamed on or whatever, to now let me flip it 180 and let's open up a brick and mortar recording studio while every brick and mortar studio is closing.
Yeah.
It's like when everybody's trying to go left, I go right. Or vice versa.
The billionaires, when in stocks or real estate, when everyone's selling, they're buying.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
When everyone's buying, they're selling.
Yep. And that's what I've been doing this entire time.
If you want to be a whale, baby, that's how you got to move. Yeah. Learn how to move like that.
Right.
And that's really how it goes. And it's funny. Another kind of piece to this whole thing is it's almost like certain people would rather be around you and hang around you when you're average.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot more friends when I was average.
Yeah, definitely.
I had a lot more friends when I was quiet and just let shit slide and let shit go.
Yeah, if you're super easy to rock with and rub elbows with and you're everybody's friend, there's like that certain level of like feeling like fake. Not fake entirely, like the word itself, but I mean like you're not shaking enough trees. You're not actually saying certain things, or you just haven't learned it yet to finally say certain things. And then when you do, that's when you find yourself having less friends. The circle gets a lot smaller.
Yeah, and certain people, like it eats them alive a little bit when they see you really going for that dream. And then they're like, some others, if you're the right type of person, it motivates you. Like, okay, they're going for it. I see that. I can go for that too.
Right.
How can I start putting steps together for myself and getting stuff done?
We've only really surrounded ourselves around people that looked at the work that we did and the success that we've been having as like a learning tool, and be like, I like this and it's inspiring me to do more. And then for other ones, it's like it inspires them to be mad. Like, I'm so mad that they're finding success, or I'm so mad that they're actually doing something with their life. And then here I am not taking the steps, and you're still trying to figure us out when, I've never myself ever came out and said I'm bigger than who I was. I always just was being who I am. And that's what ended up getting me my success.
You motherfuckers need to just get out your head and stop being so caught up in watching the next man.
Yeah.
Please, like you'll do a lot better in life if you just stop worrying about the next man. Worry about how you can improve yourself.
Right.
Every day.
I was actually watching something now that I'm even bringing that up. Everybody has this mentality in like America that we need to conquer. Like if something is super good, we always feel like we have to conquer it. And in order to conquer it means that we have to take out the head honcho, I guess you could say, in that position. But nobody said you had to go in it with arms swinging. Nobody said that you had to do that. It's just the way of, like, it's in our blood to think like, they got it, I want it, I have to fight for it. When it's like, no, if you just embrace it, kind of like if you can't beat them, join them. Like you would make more waves in the way if you just lock arms and focus on greatness. Like we talked about in one of our episodes about going to Atlanta. You go to Atlanta and everybody's just working with each other.
Yeah, it's a different culture down in ATL with the rap thing.
Or at least they were. I don't know if it's still like that, but it's like everybody's working with each other. All the producers like, yo, fuck it. If you blow up, I might blow up. If I blow up, you might blow up, because now we have records or we did shit together. So our names are all, it's like we're locking arms, attaching our names to each other in a positive way.
Anywhere I've ever went outside the state, rep the brand, rep you, rep Ben Grizz, it's all love. They love what we're doing. Yeah. They're like, yo, these dudes are doing it major.
Right.
Any people in the industry doing it big, they're looking at it like, yo, these guys are right there. Like, I would be doing y'all a disservice if I even put y'all under a deal and try to rape y'all.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are right there. They just got to put a little couple more steps in, and then we'll be having some serious conversation.
And that's another thing. I'm sure people are looking at us like, we're touching, all this success, I guess you could say, through marketing, or we have top quality music or production done, all this stuff, and think, why aren't we signed? And like people just forget that like maybe we just didn't want to be signed. I've told you, yo, look at this contract. They really want me to sign this. I've turned down deals.
See, niggas, that goes back to niggas saying stuff out their ass. They don't even know what they're talking about. Like, they talk about us, or why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? But at the same time,
Why are you
we
not?
are doing it.
Yeah.
We just didn't tell y'all.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't tell the left hand what the right hand's doing all the time.
Right. You only let people know about not even a third of what it is that you do.
And you sometimes it's called playing chess. You don't let the people know your move until it's done.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. A lot of you little niggas out here talk too much. You don't do a lot. You talk a lot.
Right.
You know, you watch the next man. You watch what the hell they're doing, and then you never progress.
Right.
So, hey.
And that kind of goes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just in Massachusetts. Like everybody that I'm like really tight with, whether it be rappers in Oklahoma, Vegas, the Bay Area, everybody has a very similar story to everything that we're doing. It's like people are, it's not just the haters. I remember how in the episode we were talking about how I felt like Massachusetts had like a black cloud over it. Like we could just never, like we were so crabs in the bucket. I almost feel like there's that extra vibe a little bit more on Massachusetts where everybody feels like a crab in a bucket. And if you start looking like you're about to creep over that bucket threshold, everybody wants to try to pull you down.
When you were average and you were like looking like a bum, they were cool with you. They wanted to talk to you. They wanted to fuck with you. When your music was trash, they were, all right, yeah, this dude's awesome. He's all right. But then the more you start to ascend, the more little whispers, the more people start to drop off, start to come off a little different random ass rumors.
They start getting a little bit jealous or start feeling like, he thinks he's Hollywood. Like I can't tell you how many times people thought, yo, Kaseek, he's kind of turning Hollywood. And it's like, nah, bro, like I'm still the same dude that would give you the shirt off my back. Like motherfuckers is really mad that I do toy drives and like I've been doing this for a minute. Every Thanksgiving, I go out with my son sometimes if he's up to it. But now he's actually really up to it. I'll go out with him and I feed the homeless. I've never recorded it. None of that shit. I didn't want to put people on blast because I was homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have liked it or appreciated if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, let me give you this $20 while I record you. That shit ain't cool. Yeah. I always did that shit. But like I stayed doing shit like that. So it's like, how do you hate a motherfucker that's really that willing to give? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not thinking I'm bigger. And even if I did think I'm bigger, I should feel that way because
Everyone
am.
should.
Yeah, like if you're a rapper, you're supposed to feel like, yeah, I'm the best rapper in the world, even if you might not be, because you have to have that level of delusion and confidence to really be the force to be reckoned with that you are.
You'll never be the best if you don't believe that.
Goes back to what you said. Now it's about to be a third episode. I'm even bringing it up. It goes back to what you're saying about how you talk to yourself. If no one's going to believe you if you don't think you're a boss. You know, like if you're not acting this way, nobody's going to treat you that way. I've been acting, not even acting, I've been doing and being exactly who I've been the entire time.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember when I was a kid, I was like 8 years old, like 10 years old or something like that. In front of me, my 3 other siblings. I look at them, and I just go, I'm about to be the CEO of this company.
Right. Right.
Saying that as a young dude.
Yeah.
You know, so like I was setting the standard for myself right there and letting myself know what I was about to do. I always knew I was going to be heavy in business.
Yeah.
And I started off in sales straight out of college, all types of sales roles and stuff like that, selling anything.
Right.
Sell salt to a slug, definitely.
Putting skin in the game.
You know, and that built my rapport. Then I did some other type of sales. You know, some street knowledge there.
Yeah.
And, you know, eventually was able to build this. And then I, like I said, when I was that average bum street nigga, I had a lot of people around me.
Yeah.
It was very popular. Everyone wanted to be around me.
Yep.
You know, I shift my life around, open this business. The street, a lot of people in the streets, all of a sudden, oh, you went corporate on us. You know, you went corporate on us. Now, like, oh, we can't really talk to you the same. We see you like they don't want to talk to me about no type of business, which is cool. And you know, it's been different. That was the first shift.
Yeah. And now you wear suits.
Started wearing suits. Went in and enrolled back in school.
Yeah.
Same year, got a real estate license and a life insurance license. And then all of a sudden, the more I start to build this stuff up, the more the business starts getting developed.
Yeah.
We start to do more things in the community.
Yeah.
We get people reaching out, but seeing what can they get from us? How can they capitalize of what we're doing?
Right.
How can they get some information?
How can they take?
Take.
And that's where I want to get at, because I'm finding my personal success being who it is that I'm being. And I think that offends people because while they're first off taking the blinders off of themselves to focus on another man, I got to where I am because I've been just being me. Whereas everybody else they've been facading the whole time and they're mad that they feel like jaded, like I should be there where he's at. But it's like, I got here by genuine. You haven't been being genuine. One second you're trying to befriend people or trying to join certain crews, and then the next second you're talking smack about those same people. Like you're talking smack about your own people and then trying to join other people. But then now that they're not trying to have you in theirs, they're like, kick rocks. And now you're over there. Fuck them. I don't like them. It's like, you don't like them because you can't. You wanted to be them.
Yeah. And that's really what it is. Like niggas telling me they don't like Ben Grizz. Oh, whatever, this and that. Like, what do you really don't like him for? Because you're not doing what he's doing. Just like you were just talking about.
Right.
They're not in the same studio. They're not in the same position.
Ben Grizz has one of my favorite bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to be like me. Nobody want to be like you. And that's real shit. And it doesn't even have to be shady. You just got to look at yourself in the mirror and like, yo, realize that you've been fucking it up yourself.
Yeah.
Because I've had the same conversation. I've always did good business, but I've always done something kind of stupid, you know, like trying to figure out how to do certain marketing or like we're always trying to figure out. Hence the reason why we're doing this shit. We don't know necessarily what it is that we're doing. All we're doing is really just recording our everyday conversations that me and you just be having. We're like, fuck it. We have these type of conversations anyways. Let's put the camera on and a microphone and record it, document it. The worst that's going to happen is what? We're going to grow.
And that's what's happening. Like, there's a lot of growth, a lot of love coming to figure it the fuck out. And this has been awesome, man. Great experience.
It's like straight development for us. As a man, as an artist, creator, as human being.
You're going to see us rocking stages. We're going to be on other podcasts with this. Like, you're going to see a lot of things develop out of this. And we both know where that's headed. But it ends up rolling into a whole lot of other things. People get to see us personally. And these are conversations that maybe some people wanted to have with us personally, but they never got a chance to or whatever. Like now that we're at this level, a success at what we're doing, you know, there's some people who do love us, but when you look at that type of person, it's like, I don't even know how to approach them because I don't want to feel like a dick rider or whatever.
Yeah, and I hate that shit because it's like...
But that's definitely happened.
It has.
Like, I want to fuck with them, but my mans don't fuck with them kind of. So like, there's a lot of that goes on in the local scene.
Crabs in the bucket. It's like too much of this, like, I do rock with you, but this person doesn't really like you. And like, we used to go to Sunday school as a kid. So like, I have some type of loyalty, even though he's like, every time he's around me, he's kind of bullying me.
We don't give a fuck about none of that, bro.
Like, no,
we
bro,
get into
like,
the business.
Yeah.
And we get into the bag.
And I'm dropping gems. There's nobody, even the ones that dissed us have came in the studio and took gems.
Some type of gain or value from us.
Yes.
I mean, even I think his whole ass name is Furby or something like that. Like, talking about like, this was a little nigga we put on 2 of our shows, you know, and then put on 2 of our shows. Everything was love. And then, you know, success hits.
Right. I mean, it's already been success.
But success hits. We get 1 million views on a video through marketing, which, let me just touch on this. Every artist should want to market their shit. Should want to market their music. You should want to get into exactly what we're talking about on this episode. Another audience.
Right.
If you want to keep marketing to the same people, don't drop a marketing bag on your shit.
Yeah.
Because if you niggas had a bag, you would put it on it and market your shit and get it out to new eyes.
I think a lot of people get stuck behind the whole marketing thing because when hip hop was kind of in its, I don't want to say its prime, but when it like kind of hit its golden age, it was like everybody was being discovered. So there was no marketing. The marketing was, yo, I heard this guy rapping on the corner of the street. He was super fire. And my cousin is such and such at this record label. And
there was marketing, but it was different.
Yeah.
It was guerrilla marketing. They had street
word of mouth.
teams.
It was definitely word of mouth.
They had people putting up flyers.
Whereas
they
now,
had the radios spinning you
constantly. That stuff is still happening. But what's going on is people don't understand like digital marketing. And the hardest part about digital marketing is that you actually don't ever really know what it is that you're going to get from the digital marketing. Like you might set a goal, but even when you start throwing money at that goal, it might not actually go, and then you have to pivot a little bit. You never know.
Yeah.
Like you can hire a third party who might make you believe that, oh, we're going to help you get to the next level. And then you find out they've been running a streaming farm, and they've been doing like a whole bunch of bot activity. And that's like, damn, bro, like I thought I could trust you. And now it's like, this is the figure it the fuck out process. You're supposed to kind of bump your head before you figure it out.
You spend a bag with some marketing companies and, you know, some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
But I can tell you for that Nana shit, I got the analytics to back me up for those 1 million+ views.
Yeah.
I could break it down in the computer, bitch niggas, if you ever think something's fraudulent.
Right.
So don't ever come to me and say, oh, nigga, you should be signed and way out of here with 1 million. You niggas never had 1 million. How the fuck you gonna talk to me? Huh? Like Dick Gregory says. Huh? The fuck you talking to me for, nigga?
Dick Gregory is
you never fucking had 1 million before. So when you do that, let me see after that if you got signed. If you're getting radio played and you're just some national superstar after that. Because with the digital marketing, it's also made it easier to hit that goal. Back before, like you were talking about in that 2000 age, if you hit that, that was off straight like, you know, word of mouth type shit.
Now so you can spend a little bit and it actually goes, you know, like if you're targeting whatever audience, whether it's your own audience or you're going worldwide. We already have these conversations. If you fuck around and target even the wrong, like even running a Google ad, we already know like you could run a Google ad or a Facebook ad even, because I ran a Facebook ad. Platform. I ran a Facebook ad and I actually had to report it. I ran a Facebook ad and I got picked up by like a playlist, and the playlist actually was running bot activity. I actually reported the playlist because it was like, hey, like I was running Facebook ads, but where I was running it to, it got picked up by somebody who's doing farming. Yeah. So it's like, and that happens because it's in every market. When you talk about Germany, know nothing about Vegas,
they never even
Florida,
spent more than $100 on the marketing their record.
Yeah.
You know, they can't even grasp what we're talking about because like they don't even know what a marketing budget is.
And at some point, we should have a whole episode talking about marketing budgets, because I think at this point we don't need as much. I think we should. I'll save that for another episode, but I'll leave it at. I don't feel like we need as much as they once said we needed. I know that one time they said that we needed at least like 150, 200,000. And I think that's still a good number.
Artist. That's how what they said.
I can still agree with that to a certain extent that can happen, but in order to really live off your music, I don't think you necessarily need that budget. But I don't want to talk about something I'm not necessarily doing just yet because I'm already spending money. But let me get to
Stay tuned for this 8 year when we get to this bag this year.
Let me get to wherever it is that I'm trying to get to so I can be like, okay, this is pretty much what it was that I spent. You know, when I broke it down to you, I should just leave it there. But when I broke it down to you talking about, I didn't really spend much on marketing this entire time. I've always kind of, because I came from the era.
Spending on marketing, then you better be busting your ass like NBA YoungBoy.
Like we are.
You better be dropping your ass like Kaseek and Ben Grizz and GrizzGangForever. Watch this shit this year.
Right.
You better be dropping like that if you want to just break open, breaking open a fan base.
Quote unquote, organically, like strictly off of discovery. Like
just strictly off posting. But you also still gotta go and do the research that we've done on marketing.
Yeah.
And you got to go spend hours in the lab figuring out how to market, go test things out,
let it fail. For some reason,
let it roll out again.
It's only in rap where people think that spending money on marketing or running ads is like cheating. And it's like, it's
their favorite artist runs ads and gets marketing on their
You didn't
songs.
get the iPhone without marketing. You didn't get
everything. Marketing is a big facet of business.
You didn't get that Honda Accord without the marketing. Like,
the sooner you motherfuckers figure that the fuck out, the further your brands will go.
Right.
in your businesses. And that's for anybody.
Yeah.
Like marketing is a big facet of everything, a big phase of everything. You're not going to be able to avoid it. We're in digital marketing 2024 age.
And if you haven't even done it yourself yet, it's kind of like you're going to end up bumping your head on the same bumps that we probably hit our heads on.
Paid a marketing company,
like
paid this person, then this person didn't work out, this person didn't work out. I got to go figure it out myself.
Right. Paid this company that said that they were going to help me and then fuck around and find out that they did some shady shit. Now I can't even contact them.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
figuring it the fuck out. And that's you're going to end up spending dollars going that route.
Right. Or you could just, not necessarily play nice, but stop being a bitch and reach out to people that did do it to pick out their brains and actually build a real relationship, because all marketing and budget aside, relationships matter. Every single episode that we've done, we've talked about relationships matter. Like how you need to build that community. And that's what this episode is about.
We're all real niggas, bro. Like if you have a question like that, it's how you go about it. Like you could call our phones, you could pull up at the studio and ask us the question. But don't be the first thing you do is hop online like some hoe and go start talking, running your fucking mouth for months while niggas are not even responding.
I don't even know.
You know, like that.
I didn't take my blinders off. I don't know about it.
Yeah, like exactly. Until you got niggas coming to us telling us about it.
Right.
You know, but like other than that, like if you ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers.
Yes. That's even in manifesting. Because if you manifest the right things, the right questions, that's when you'll actually really get the right answers. You knock on the devil's door long enough, somebody's going to answer.
Yeah. And so, touching on that, so where the hell are all these trolls coming from, bro?
The trolls that's what I'm saying. Like, I get so much.
Trolls.
That's why I was talking about this whole community.
Sour Patch Kids.
And the community,
where the fuck these motherfuckers come from?
People are, like they support. Some of them might be public about it. Some of it only support during the DMs or in face-to-face.
Yep.
I look at them as a cold audience. They're not really warm yet. A cold audience is somebody that isn't really a believer. A warm audience.
Some of them could even be a little warm, like lukewarm.
Yeah, they might be lukewarm, but like, I do believe in you.
I feel like once you blow,
yeah,
they're going to be right on the bandwagon.
And that's what I said in All We Know. All We Know,
yeah.
I said, be the first motherfuckers in my line. Talk about how we used to hang all the time. Now I'm too bougie because you were the loogie, because whenever you call, I hit decline. Like,
some of those people on the warm level, you might fuck with when you blow up. You might not fuck with half of them.
Right.
You know, like it all depends, like where they were and the relationship y'all had.
Yeah. Given too much access, at one point they might be able to message me, and then at some point it's going to be too hard to reach me. And now I'm Hollywood.
Yeah. And that's that might be tough.
And it's like, I'm not Hollywood. I'm busy because I'm actually taking the steps forward to change my life, and you're mad at me for changing my life.
Yeah.
But the trolls are coming from that same type of audience. It's like, yo, like you go to we start posting all this content, and then like people want to start constantly trolling. I remember I did a whole cipher, and the only thing this one person said, I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying? It made me actually want to, if anything, it fueled me because I wanted to work out after. But the motherfucking comment said, yo, Kaseek Ortiz, he's a fat piece of shit. And it's like, that's all you had to say about the bars. I said,
man, I love
you
trolls.
watched a whole video with 10 other rappers on it, and the first thing you said is, yo, that Kaseek Ortiz is a fat piece of shit. Or it's like, what? Like, that's what you did? And then you go to their page, and it's like, you have one video of you playing fucking Fortnite, probably in your mother's basement, and it's like, what are you doing?
Man, I love trolls. I can get it in with y'all all fucking day. Like, I'm one of the people, I have to shut myself off because I'll just keep going back with you and forth with you on the petty shit. I'll make you feel miserable about your fucking life.
That's the hardest part about people.
I have to contain the inner troll in me when these trolls come at me. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm about the petty shit. Like, my boy, rest in peace his soul, Flex, he said the most person that I remind him of, he would always say this, is 50 when it comes to the beef shit.
Yeah.
I really will get down and dirty with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm going to do it on my time. I don't respond to hoes when a hoe's talking to me. You speak when spoken to. Yeah. When a man's talking to you. I'll respond to you when I want to. No one's going to get a rise out of me and make me respond when they want to. Because then the troll won. I know that's troll 101. They're going to troll you until you get mad, and then you're whining and crying on a live somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. And then they feel like they won. Just like that bitch ass nigga B-Ham was doing. Whining on a live. He got a million views. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, go fucking figure out how to get a record past 100.
Right. Right.
The fuck? Like, why you niggas making a whole rally to watch the next nigga?
Right.
That shit just disgusts me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's cute. Like, you guys keep talking. You can keep talking about us. Give us free promo.
Yep.
Shout our name to the hood, to the rooftops. All the little hoes you pillow talk about us too. They love us.
All my shit
We got
goes
no
up.
woman issues. All the women love what we're doing in the city. A lot of the dudes love what we're doing too. And like you said, there's some silent support. There's some screaming from the rooftops. We'll
Like I
take
said,
it all.
It happens. I don't even pay no mind to it because my views just keep going up and I keep doing the work. If you're doing the work, it really doesn't even matter what's going on behind. Everybody else is in a rear view. Like your brother, like I said, your brother has one of my favorite lines. Like, everybody wants to be like me. Nobody wants to be like you. Nobody I know out here at least has what it is that I want. And if they did, I would have reached out, showed some love, some homage, and then tried to build a relationship and figure out how to do that not copy and paste, but figure out how to do something like that for my own business.
The real is like, we don't disrespect nobody unless they cross that line with us.
Yeah.
Everybody who is holding something, they did something to get there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you want to snatch a microphone at our show? All right, I'm gonna have to check you. You want to run your mouth online for months? I'm gonna check you. You want to talk about my brother? I'm gonna check you.
Right.
Like, you want to hop on our page and talk about, oh, why aren't y'all doing shows, blah, blah, blah. Bruh, like, that's none of your business. You're not even, we haven't even spent no bread with us, talk to us in person, nothing. Why would we even be talking to you about that? You know what I mean? So, like, you want to come out your mouth, and then when we respond, you want to be mad. Because, hey, you're sadly mistaken. We're not those bitches who are just going to sit there and lie down when you're going to go on your little bullshit trolling rants. You know what I mean? Like you said, we're going to respond to you like a man does when we want to. And that irritates a troll or a bully-ass nigga. You know, they feel like, dang, he feels like he's calm about his position and himself. He's not too worried, and I can't get under his skin.
I'm not. Yeah.
You know, and
Ben
that's a beautiful thing.
Ben Grizz is beautiful at that itself. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely like that for me too, because like I said, the blinders aren't even off. I'm so focused on what it is that we're doing, and it's just going. You know, like the views are going up. The women are following. It's what I have. Everything is that I want. I just want more of it, and I want motherfuckers to want that same shit too, and then focus on that so they can get that too. There's enough of it around.
There's enough resources for everybody out here.
Yeah,
like, there's enough for each one of us who got that dream. Right. Even out of what, Fitchburg, Leominster, Worcester, Boston, you can make it. You just got to put in that effort.
Yeah.
You see, the whole city of Atlanta basically is blown up. How many platinum rappers they got down there? Why can't that be Massachusetts?
It can be, but like I said, that crab in a bucket mentality, there's too much of it.
And we're going to put a stop to that. And I think it's starting to shift as a lot of these artists start to blow, as we all start to touch money off this creator wave, this music wave. I mean, I got to love y'all, the haters, the lovers, everybody in between. I love it all, man, because you're going to see us all progress. You're going to see the evolution of us here at GGF. We're doing some amazing things, and we're going to put that on display. But, you know, you trolls keep it coming, man. You know, we love y'all. You know, keep reaching out to us, keep talking your shit. That's even more motivation to a nigga like me and Kaseek. Like, we just love it. We get fired up and want to just keep going. So we love all that. Keep messaging us, keep hopping under the comments, saying stuff, you know, act like you're going to do something, because that puts us in a level of just anticipation, ready to keep it moving. And we love being in that level. We love staying ready so we don't have to get ready. And yeah, this is Figure It the Fuck Out.
And you should figure it out.